Hey yo, what's up all you lonely watchers out there? It's Lonely Fubuki back with another Yokai Watch review, and today we're looking at one of the best Yokai Watches. Not the best, because that belongs to the elder. The Yokai Watch Zeroshiki. Now, I really didn't have anything Yokai Watch 2 themed to put in the background of this video, so I just put whatever I could find. So today we're going to be looking at the Zeroshiki, the Bandai version, of course, like always. Hasbro ones are trash in most departments, but we'll get to that later. And yeah, the Zeroshiki. Let's get started. Well, if you're not part of the Yokai Watch community, then you must be wondering, but Lonely Fubuki, what does it come with? Well, assured I will answer that question, because it comes with the Yokai Watch Zeroshiki. It comes with the Jibanyan Victory Medal, and it comes with the Medashi Medal, or Come On. Don't worry, like always, we will be giving you the QR codes if you play the Japanese versions of the Yokai Watch games. But for now, let's get to the watch itself. Let's get to its physical appearance. Let's look all over this watch and see everything it has to offer before we even utilize any of the electronics inside the watch. So it does have the same design repeated over and over again in whatever this is. I'm filming this is the same day as the original Yokai Watch review, so if any of you knows this language, please let me know, because I'm still not gonna know by next video, because I'm filming that the day after I film this one. So if we look at the Yokai Watch Zeroshiki, it has the straps with the yo repeated on it. It's the same amount of straps, so it does in fact fit adult wrists, but I will not be putting it on for this review for convenience purposes. And it has the part here where you put the other end of the watch into. It has the watch body, which on one side has a power switch, and on the other side has not only the Yokai light, but the lever that you use for the Yokai light, the Yokai searchlight. That's right, not a button this time. And then we look at the watch itself, which has this crank here, which can be turned directly to the right at this 2, to the left at the 2, or right at the 1, but it can't go up anymore. But its resting position is here at 0. So if we take a look at the inside, the sticker is pretty much the same if we compare it to the previous Yokai Watch. The width is the same, the sticker inside is the same. It got rid of the dome, which is a big feature I had with the original. It has a better searchlight from on the top and more prominence. And yeah, that's what it looks like next to this version. If you're getting the American version, however, do keep in mind the differences. They're not bad differences, but there are slightly different, as in the watch is way bulkier than this, so that might be a concern. But also, it uses the previous medals for the original Yokai Watch. The gray medals and then the legendaries can go in here, and then they'll work on the American version. The American medals will work on here. It won't say in the name, but that's a pretty cool feature. Still got the pins here, and the medals are pretty much the same. So yeah, let's turn it on, and it makes that sound. Now let's look at the searchlight, which the lever you gotta pop out first, and then if you push it forward, it says Yokai Searchlight, and it uses the searchlight. It doesn't appear to be good, but it's way better than the previous model if we use it. So let's turn the lights off and take a look. So first we're going to do the Yokai Watch Searchlight, the original. And then we're going to do the Zeroshiki light. The startup is annoying where it has to say Yokai Searchlight. But the light is impressive on this thing, especially compared to the previous model. Like, it's an actual light. Again, something they didn't include on the Hasbro version. They replaced it with the Yo-Motion, gimmick. But, you know, it's pretty cool that the Japanese versions actually had a searchlight. Yo-Motion is cool and all, but it will never live up to the searchlight. Now let's turn the lights back on. Now let's get to the final other feature before we put in a medal. This crank here, which you can go to the different positions and it'll make a noise. But this comes in handy when we're summoning. But it doesn't really do anything now, it just makes that noise, and on the other side the same. And it doesn't go up there to these other places where you won't need it, which is fine, it makes sense. Now let's summon Metanshi for our first medal instead of Jibanyan. You know, you would usually associate. There's the QR code and Metanshi. Yokai medal Seto on. So the Japanese versions do have some reading problems, so you might need to put it in multiple times. There we go. Then you'll hear that noise, then you turn it to the right. And then you turn it to the left to the 2. Matenshi, I mean, not Matanshi. I don't know why I said it like that. Then, if I can find where it is... Oh, there it is! Jibanyan Victory. Here is the code for it. And let's put it in the watch. Come on out, Jibanyan. I don't know if it's my watch being old, but I do have significantly more problems with this one than the Model U or the original model or a Fumi-chan version. But let's do this. So that's Jibanyan Komanyats, or Jibanyan Victory in the English version, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I do like the new summoning process where it's a lot more complex. That's a problem I have with the U, is that they made it simple again, where you just put in the medal and there was no gimmick. And then the Dream kind of did that too again, but it added some extra flair with the Dream Roulette, which that review is coming later in the next couple months when I get mine. But anyway, and you can turn it beforehand, so you can have it immediately do a certain one of the steps. And then it'll do it right away. And alternatively, you can actually do that on the other side as well. You can just put it in and it'll summon right away. There we go. So the Zeroshiki, what am I going to rate the Zeroshiki? I probably give it an 8 out of 10. This is a really, really good watch. It's pretty decent quality, and the colors are so vibrant, and the gimmick just works really well. And it is knocked down, probably from a 9 out of 10 for not being compatible with the previous medals. If you try and put that in, and that's not the watch being terrible at reading this time. It's actually the problem. So make sure to come back this Friday where I review the Yokai Watch Model U. See you guys next time. Have a fantastic day.
lendário yokai, faça seu trabalho!
Chamando! Os charmosos!
De manhã!